we have to make something clear. These are just opinions, so don't take it personally. Just because we don't like it, you can still be happy. Enjoy what you like, you're an adult. Yeah. DWN Productions, mask plus props and costume work. If you want a monster name, contact DWN Productions. Fast custom shirts, hundreds of t-shirts, all at reasonable prices. If you need custom work, contact Fast Custom Shirts. Grab a cold one and get ready for the show. It's intended for mature audiences because we kid and joke. Boy God is here and so is Tom and Joe.
Hello, everybody. I'm wearing the shirt from the song. How about that?
Hey, I'm wearing the hat from the song. How about that?
Sweeping the Nation
Yep.
by Strom.
Sweeping the nation, just like my Hispanic brethren.
More like sweeping them out, right? Thoughts and prayers tonight, everybody.
Yeah. Some people are in a panic. Some people are in a celebratory mood. Some people don't give a shit.
Woo!
And some people are questioning what this squirrel shit is about because some people are completely lost.
Well, Tom, I hate to tell you, but there was a YouTuber, a guy with a maybe he's an Instagram guy, I don't know, but he's got a farm animal rescue, and on this place he had on this farm he had a squirrel, E-I-E-I-O. He also had a raccoon.
I thought you were going to do the rest of the song, you fuck.
And well, the Wildlife Department of New York, I guess, raided his place, and they had a warrant for the squirrel and the raccoon because they could cause rabies, you see. And he had been using this raccoon for Instagram posts, put a little cute hat on it. And hey, he got a lot of attention from it. But no, they confiscated that raccoon and the squirrel and fucking killed him.
What?
Yeah.
How? Did they sick my dog on it?
Yeah. The squirrel they sucked your dog on. They sicked your dog. What is the past term for? I guess it would be just sicked. But anyway, and then they had Tom go in there for the raccoon with a brick, a cinder block, to crush his head as he does with the animals he sees lying around his place. Just asleep. Not even in pain or anything or hurt, just asleep.
Oh, it's because they're all Mexican animals just laying there sleeping.
And so all these memes popped out about it, and I thought it was funny as shit. So, I had to post them all to laugh to myself and had a good day just doing that, Tom.
Well, I mean, that's not awesome. They killed this guy's pets, it sounds like.
But no. God damn it. I thought if anything is going to win Trump this election, it's this goddamn squirrel Peanut. And I was right, man. Looks that way. I don't want to call it early, like, I don't know, CBS or Fox News or one of those pricks. But it's looking like, hey, we're going to have a president. So? You still got to go to work. You still got to, log on to YouTube and watch this shit.
Or BOYGOB.com.
Yeah.
For the few people who haven't converted over yet.
All right.
That's all right. That domain and pricing still paid through the summer of next year. So we'll see what happens. Maybe boygob.com will just take you to the YouTube page. But I doubt it, because if this goes down, I always gotta have good old boygob.com. But at this point, if the YouTube page goes down, it's like, well, what's the fucking point? We've been putting out like these singular reviews, and now it's like, hey, go back to podcast, you fuck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm probably going to be deported tomorrow, as everybody is afraid will happen. So maybe, I mean, they have internet in Mexico, I think, right?
Yeah, I just think it's not as good.
I think it's the interneto. Is what I'm pretty
Or
sure.
if a lady's using it, what would it be called?
If a what? A lady? Come on. Come on, Tom. A lady using the interneto? Come on, dude.
Well, in theory, there would be an A at the end.
Yeah, there would have to be like, I mean, you're talking way in the future, Tom. Way, way in the future.
Yeah, I wouldn't have voted for a cop.
Well, I didn't.
I didn't vote either, but I'm
I
sure
didn't vote for a felon either, so fuck them both,
Well, who'd you vote for? Your old buddy Colin?
I voted for Dr. Jill Stein.
Damn, Ben Stein's brother?
That's
Or
right.
R.L. Stein's mother.
Smart lady that is in a party that will never win the presidency, but fuck it. I don't feel bad about my vote. She had threw in a really odd Muslim guy as her vice president. That's kind of weird. It's like, yeah. So it's like she's, Stein, and I don't know. It's playing both angles, against each other. Kind of weird. But I'm no politician, Tom, and you're no politician. So how did your week go?
You just like saying tit.
It was all right, but you wanted me to make sure to remind you about Colin Allred, so that's what I was trying to do.
Oh, Colin.
There you go.
Colin Allred. Shit, it seems so long ago, Tom.
I wrote it down before I left.
Yeah, so I was at when did we record last?
I know, it seems like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
The Sunday before last.
All right, the Texas film cult, Texas horror cult, who does one of these film competitions that I always sponsor. They were in the Texas theaters where they've been having it. So the Texas theater now has 2 screens. They had their balcony that was condemned for a long time, so nobody was there, and they'd been working on that thing for like 10 years. Finally got it going last year. So they show a feature down at the bottom, big kind of thing, and then they show a smaller one, So they were having the film competition downstairs, and upstairs they were showing some kind of a film about abortion, about some lady that I don't know if she died or she went through some health shit or something, but it was produced by Hillary Clinton and I don't know, some actress. And old Colin Allred, he showed up there, but they already knew he was coming, Tom. It's not like he just showed up and bought a ticket. It was like, hey, he's going to be here. So what happens to be there with him? A news crew. And it's kind of weird because you got all these people, there for the film thing, and they're dressed some of them are dressed in costume with blood and shit. And there's a lot of scantily clad women because they're actresses, you see, Tom,
Get the hoe up out you, get the hoe up out you, get the hoe up out you.
Yeah. But all these people, and it's a lot of affluent looking white women, that got money. And they're just trailing upstairs and not looking anywhere else. Just kind of got going with blinders on, not acknowledging anybody or anything. And everything starts. Like this movie's going on upstairs. There's film competitions going on, and then he comes back down, and they're talking to him, and he's like, "Oh, okay. Here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna walk in. Me and you are gonna walk in the front door, and we're gonna stop at the concession stand."
So when you say they're talking to him, do you
The-
mean his camera crew?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like, we're going to stop at the concession stand and we're going to order some popcorn. And they tell the guy at the concession stand, hey, have this popcorn ready so you can just hand it to him. And it's, it's like we do a quick shot like this. And then we're going to walk through. You're going to acknowledge some people and, wave hi. And it was just very, very orchestrated. And this dude he's just a fucking politician. Like all of them, it's like, hey, I'm going to make a change and blah, blah, blah.
Well, I guess the change was having Joe deported. So that's unfortunate, but I'm sure he'll be back soon, as in right now. Or not. It looks like he's there, but
There we go.
oh, there we go.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I'm glad you were able to break free.
Hey, I'm not going to talk shit about any other politicians right now because if you don't think the FBI is watching your feed, they fucking are. Winners or losers, they're fucking watching. But yeah, dude's just a politician, and he lost. Oh well.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, they got those results back?
Yeah, they got those results. Yeah, I've been hearing that all night. Night. The results. But
Gotcha.
but it's important, Tom.
So he didn't pick up a shirt from you?
Didn't even fucking look my way at the table. None of them did. No, there was two ladies. You know how they have that stupid backdrop, so like the people can take a picture, like, hey, we're here at this,
They
film.
had one with a bunch of fucking fetuses on wire hangers.
White ladies stop in front of it, and it's like, hey, let's take a picture in front of this, and they had somebody else take, and they're all going, like.
Because it's spooktacular. Dickheads.
So yeah, funny shit. And Halloween came around. Shit, it's been like Halloween. I'm like, yeah, I'm all fucking confused on the dates. But yes, Halloween, and we had more trick-or-treaters than we've ever had before. I don't know if it was because it was on a Thursday. The weather wasn't like rainy or anything. It was, it was windy. It was a good night though, man. Nothing spectacular costuming wise, it was just kind of all store-bought shit, and that was kind of disappointing, but at least they were out,
Yeah, and it's nice that you decided to wear your Halloween costume again here. It's cool. The AIDSy Wayne's World. I dig it. Excellent. That's the surfing one.
Yeah, I forgot. But it's good that you keep that in your mind all the time. But yeah, that was the week, I guess, and worked some. Did I have a show this week? This past weekend? Did I do anything worth a fuck?
No, Monday you had Tuesday Night Trash. That was Colin Allred.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so yeah, that, and then Halloween, and
Yeah.
And that's it. And then been working, getting ready to go on this road trip. And I'm thinking of doing maybe a video diary to upload, Remember when that was a thing? A travel log?
Of your circle jerk?
Mm-hmm.
I'll laugh. Just send them over to the email and I'll upload them.
All right.
Send a picture, though, too. Like,
Okay.
hey, I want this to be the fucking thumbnail or whatever the fuck it's called.
How about you, Tom? You did a little bit of traveling.
Yeah. Went back to the old hill country, Joe, and this time, boy, was it in the fucking hills. Yeah, it took about once we got into the neighborhood, about 7 minutes of going up and down hills to get to the actual house. Shit was crazy, like 45, 70-degree angles, some of these hills going up and down. And the fucking dude, the road going to the house is so steep, and then the driveway to go down just goes down the other way like a fucking pyramid, dude, where the streets meet. It's a fucking point. Every time you just have to be like, here it is. I'm turning in. Just cut that fucking wheel, hit the gas, then hit the brakes so you don't fly through the fucking house. And then there was deer everywhere. So you had to drive slow as shit because at any time they can go meh and just jump out into the fucking road and shit. So there was no way that I was gonna drive out at night in that shit because the only lights were like the scattered house lights. There were no fucking street lights or anything like that. So did a lot of staying in the house and watching movies, but we'll get to that.
Turned into a neighborhood. Was it actually like a neighborhood, or were you guys isolated?
There's I mean, there's neighbors, there's houses. They're kind of spread apart, it's crazy that so many people do live up in those hills, Joe, but yeah, it was wild. A lot of brake driving. Are you familiar with that?
Uh,
A lot
so
of that shit.
like, how close was the closest like store to get some beer or something?
Ah, I mean, right out of the neighborhood, you were on the main road. Like it's Canyon Lake, so it's like not old, it's an old country town. But I mean, there's not a whole hell of a lot. There's gas stations, a lot of, hey, rent this inner tube so you can float down the Guadalupe, you fuck. It's like a lot of that shit. But 15 minutes, there was like a little grocery store. You walk in there, get your couple little things, rings up $70, and then you feel like your butt's getting fucked. Just like, oh yeah, I was tired of driving, so we'll just go to this little store to get the stuff we need for today, and then tomorrow we'll head into like Town, which is a half hour, Pound Town, which is a half hour away, and that's the HEB. But yeah, dude, we got stuff to make like the worst Phillies ever, and it was $70. The fucking meat they had was fucked. Like it looked all right. And then you take it out of the package and it's all starting to turn dark to where it was like touching each other. And it's like, you motherfuckers. And like every dude, it was just fucked. It was a little small podunk grocery store and they fucked our butts. They fucked our butts hard, Joe. But the restaurants there were decent, surprisingly enough. Uh Yeah, really not a whole hell of a lot, but those crazy fucking roads, dude. Like you'll be driving up and I'm just like, dude, these front tires are just gonna go over the back and we're gonna tumble down this fucking hill. Shit was fucking crazy. Like even thinking of drinking anything and like, oh, I'm gonna run to the store quick and get more okay, good luck, you fuck.
Well, it's like you always talk about having this like innate and I'd say effeminate fear of bridges. But I've had like a recurring dream since I learned to drive, I guess, that I'm going up like an incline, whether it's a bridge or a hill, and then yeah, it gets to that point to where I just flip over. It's a stupid dream, and it scares the fuck out of me every time I have it. And that isn't, that's not gonna happen.
Dude, it looked like we were driving into the sun at certain points. Like you couldn't see over. There was a sign that said, "Hey, you're not going to be able to see what's fucking below you. Good luck." And then you get over that point and you start to see, but you're just like, "Oh, I'm just going to drive off a fucking cliff now." Terrific. Oh, it's good. You should go drive that shit. You'll love it.
Canyon Lake. Put that on the calendar, Lisa. We're going to Canyon Lake.
Yeah, shit's fucking.
Canyon Lake.
I mean, it's a canyon, because I guess.
Mhm.
I don't know. We were on a different hill this time, so I guess there's a lot of canyons. It should probably be called Canyons Lakes. Uh-huh. Maybe it's the low point of the hill country.
Yeah, but I thought that was called something. I thought a canyon was like a specific, like, cut into the. Who knows? Who cares? But you were there on Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see anything spectacular when you were going through this little town and whatnot?
Not really. A lot of people like decorate their shit, which is surprising, because there's no way anybody's gonna safely go trick or treating in this fucking place. I think it's like a town of, retired people. I think it's just retired people go to live there to drink and eat out of shacks. Like a lot of the restaurants and shit, like how food trucks are like the trendy thing. They said, fuck you, bitch balls, listen up. We're gonna get like these shacks and little sheds, and
Yeah.
we're gonna sling sushi was one of them, Joe.
Mama, I think I'm gonna convert the tool shed into a sushi bar.
Mm-hmm. Let's put some paint on there.
Yeah. They just set up the old fucking train set and put the sushi on it so it's going around the thing.
Damn, just like Jiro.
Yeah.
Fucking prick. Yeah, I mean, the atmosphere and looking at everything, that's cool.
Atmosphere.
Mhm. But yeah, I mean, it's a cool place to visit and all that, just to fuck off and just relax and not do shit, I guess. But living there would be fucked. Like all these retired people going to live there.
That's
Like,
like
dude,
home.
no, dude, like just because of the roads and having to get to these houses, like they're gonna need fucking ambulances soon, I imagine, because they're older people. And it's not gonna be the easiest thing to get there and get the help you need. I can imagine a lot of dude. Like I had to do a 5-point turn in the driveway just so I can get out. Because you just go, whoo, and then you gotta stop. Like, oh well, now how the hell am I gonna get out into this crazy steep ass road from this crazy steep ass driveway? So
Yeah, we stayed at a cabin in Arkansas, and going there, luckily we did it in the day because at night there's fucking no way. And it was like you said, like an incline, but it was dirt roads too. The shit wasn't even paved. So, yeah.
slip on a rock, ass over tea kettle. But I did go to HEB and I found this. And I said, wait a second, what is it? What? Huh.
Look out!
Yeah, how about that shit? So
Yeah.
old bootleg Dio beer, the same people who make Twine Time. Twine Time's better, but this one's not bad.
That's good. That's
And
good.
maybe you'll find out, Joe.
All right. All right. Yeah.
We'll see. Look out, as they say.
Right.
But yeah. Other than that, yeah, it's been a days, Joe, and not getting as much done in the shop as I would hope, but that's how it is. In the last couple days, I've been trying to get a hold of the jury duty people because I'm supposed to go up there Friday to, hey, you gonna be in the jury or not? And I just got to be like, hey, I got shit going on that I kind of got to be on call for. And, if something happens, I'm just going to leave. So you probably shouldn't pick me to be on a jury. But I can't get through to anybody, so I guess I'm just gonna have to go up there Friday and be like, "Hey, here's the situation. I'm sorry, but
But
I
that's local, right? Where you live? You don't
yeah,
have like Houston or anything?
right.
Cool. Yeah.
But still, it's crazy that, you can't get a hold of people.
I don't know. That's government shit, so I believe it.
Yeah. But it is what it is. I just figure I go up there and say what the deal is and then say, "All right, enjoy your day."
Hmm.
Or they say, "No, I don't care." And then they book me for something and I just don't show up. They're like, "Oh, I fucking told them. I don't know what to tell you." Lucky I wore pants up here because this thing says don't wear shorts. Sorry, I'm riding the tiger. This shit foams like a motherfucker. I don't know what it is. Maybe it tastes weird because it's skunked. It's all old beer. But I bought, I don't know, maybe 4 6-packs,
Oh,
maybe more.
okay, cool.
I looked it up. Like a lot of people are reviewing it like recently, like within the days. So
Huh?
I don't think it's old skunked beer. But
Letterbox.
Beer Advocate or Untapped, one of those.
Oh, I have heard of Untapped. All right, I'm a prick.
I bet your ass isn't on that site there, Joe. Fucking got him. Hold on, let me put that down. Fuck yeah. All right. Well, I got a bunch of movies, Joe.
Well, hold on. Regale him with something, Tom, while I go
Sure.
quick.
Oh, I thought he said he was going to. I could have just talked about a movie we weren't going to clip or anything, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Can talk about the Casa Bonita documentary, I guess. I think it was called Casa Bonita, Mi Amor, or something ethnic like that. Pretty much the South Park dudes buy a Mexican restaurant they liked as a kid called Casa Bonita. It's a Mexican restaurant slash entertainment center. And it's just about them renovating the shit, getting like a new chef in there so the food isn't bullshit, and just, their escapades, bringing this staple of Denver back to life and, the trials and tribulations they go through to do it. It was fine. It was something that comes off like, oh yeah, this was made for fucking a streaming service. Yeah, I didn't really give a shit. It was fine background shit, even though I sat there and watched it. Uh yeah, it made me want to eat Mexican food. Luckily, I made enchiladas the night before, so I had some in the fridge at the rental house, but yeah, I don't know. It was just like, "Hey, let's watch these rich dudes spend money and act like, oh no, we're going over budget." You created like this extremely long-running episodic television show. I'm sure it's not gonna make a huge difference either way. But yeah, didn't make me wanna go to Denver and go to this restaurant slash entertainment center. Yeah, nothing. Didn't really do shit for me one way or the other. And that's that. Let's see, do I got any other here on that might not be clipped? I don't know. Yeah, I don't think so. You probably, oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. No.
I watched a lot. I really didn't.
Yeah, I did, Joe. But luckily for us, your friend and mine, Criterion Tom, is here to save the show, Joe. And this time we'll be talking about the hit motion picture Happiness.
Didn't you just review this like 2 months ago?
I mean, it was a couple years. It was a couple years, Joe. Hey, I just threw the Blu-ray down, but we're gonna need that. I don't throw it yet, and it doesn't have a slip cover. All right, so anybody who wants to,
Yeah.
wait, look at this sweet image. Here's something stupid. Then you got that. All right.
First that cover then.
Yeah, we'll do that now and see what that looks like. Sorry, folks, we're doing it in real time.
Mm. Yeah, we don't edit this shit, make it professional, and
Looks pretty good.
I like it.
So, Happiness, the movie. Have you seen it?
No.
It's pretty good, Joe. It's pretty wild.
Well, it's got a good cast. Like the lead is that one heroin addict, right?
Rest in empowerment, Philip Seymour Hoffmeister.
He was a good fucking actor.
I think this is the only thing I've seen him in.
Okay.
So you got this guy, the dude from Trick or Treat, who kills the kid. Spoiler alert. And then John Lovitz is in it for 2 scenes. One of them he's dead because he killed himself. Spoiler alert. So yeah, this movie is hilarious and horrifying there, Joe. It's basically you follow 3 sisters in their lives and then a couple people in their lives. You follow their stories and they all kind of interconnect in little slice of life segments, I guess. Philip Seymour Hoffmeister, he's a dude who his thing is to call people up and say, "Ooh, I'm gonna fuck you. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck you," and just whack off while people are horrified. uh fucking what's his name? Dylan Baker. He's married to one of the sisters. He's a psychiatrist. Philip Seymour Hoffman's character goes to see him. But it turns out he has problems too, Joe, because he's a pedophile and he acts on those urges. And he also has a son. And his son is really concerned because all the other kids in school are coming and he isn't. And he thinks he's just he thinks he's the odd man out. And dude, the ending of the movie is so funny. Like, this kid's going through so much horrible fucking shit. His dad's this monster. He gets torn away from his fucking like his family's ruined. He has to go live somewhere else. And then at the end of the movie, he watches this big-titted lady, and then he comes in the house, and he's just so proud and happy. He's like, "I did it. I came." And you can just see how happy this fucking kid is. And the dog licks it up. And then that stupid white bitch of a mom says, "Oh, come here, puppy." And the dog's licking her in the mouth. Like, there's some horrific shit in this movie. But oh man, there is some real funny stuff. If if you're not into dark humor and just complete ridiculousness, walk away, because this shit ain't for you. Uh movie's fucking wild for sure. It loses its punch upon watching it again, but it's a wild ass movie, and I laughed out loud a few fucking times. Joe, check it out. You you'll find something funny in there, even if it's just these fucking white bitches, I swear to God. But yeah, looks good, sounds good. I got the Blu-ray, watched it on a 4K TV. It was fine. I didn't feel I needed this in 4K. There's an extra on it. It's Todd Schlarons, the direct. It just went behind me again. I was trying to get it so I can lean back. He's talking to some lady who looks like she would not appreciate what you and I do here. And it's about 40-50 minutes of them talking about his career and shit. I got a couple laughs out of it. Dude looks like he should be in one of his movies, and his haircut was fucking crazy. It was like all short hair, except for like right here where his hairline started. Then it was all kind of like froed out to make him look like he had hair or he got electrocuted. I don't know what the fuck was going on with him, but he said some shit that I was like, damn, maybe you aren't just a fucking weirdo. It was I'm gonna paraphrase, but it was just like, it doesn't matter how much time and how did he say it? I'm gonna fuck it up. It doesn't matter how much time and effort you put into this movie. That doesn't mean it's gonna be successful. It's art. It just, it is or it isn't. It doesn't matter how much time and effort. You can spend years and years and years working on it, but that doesn't mean it's going to be successful. So I was like, that's right, screwball. I feel that shit. Then there was the Dylan Baker dude. I'm pretty sure that was his name. I could grab the thing, but I already threw it and stuck it up Peanut's ass. That was the squirrel's name you were talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay. And the interview with him just kind of, hey, so why would you take a role like this? Oh, because I'm an actor and that's what we do. We want to get into these dark roles and do these dark things. Okay. And then there was the trailer. No commentary, just that. It was fine considering the DVD is hard as shit to get. And with the Criterion sale going on right now, I got this for like 21 something shipped because Amazon matches the no, it's a Barnes and Noble sale, I think. So they match that shit. So $21 shit, can't beat it. Well, I mean you can, but it's a fair price and definitely worth checking out for sure. It's wild shit though. But I'm assuming if you're I can't say that because who knows who's going to click on this review. I would say, if you're watching this, I would assume that, you can handle that. But like I said, there's some wild shit in this movie. Joe, I watched the hit motion picture Clawfoot. Have you heard about it?
No, I have not heard of Clawfoot.
Do you know what a clawfoot is?
No, I do not.
I guess it's a special bathtub. It's like a style of bathtub. Lori knew what it was. I was just like, hey, I'm going to watch this movie called Clawfoot. She was like, what? Is it about a fucking bathtub?
Now I know what you're talking about. Each of the legs at the bottom of the bathtub, because it's not like a built into the fucking corner bathtub. It's like a freestanding bathtub. And I guess you just pour water into it, maybe?
Nah, I don't know.
But yeah, I know what you're talking about now when you said bathtub. Yeah.
So This is it's a movie. That's what it is, Joe. It's a movie. It starts out with a lady looking white lady. Ugh. Looking in a mirror, all crazy, putting makeup on and shit, and then staring in the mirror for too long. And then it shows her like scrubbing down her bathtub and shit. And we hear a knock on the door. Who's there? Mel Gibson's son. And he's just like, hey, I got this work order. Put in this new bathtub, redo your bathroom. Here's the work papers right here. And then Clint Eastwood's daughter, she's the lady. And she's just like, hey, I don't know anything about this. My husband didn't tell me shit. And he says, oh, well, let's get a hold of your husband. Oh, he's not picking up the phone. And she says, oh, I don't care then. Just come into my house and do whatever you have to do. So Mel Gibson's seed starts acting all weird. Fucking what's his nuts? Clint Eastwood's seed. She's always like, oh, I want you to leave. This is crazy. And then there's a cat and mouse game of, oh, who's the bad guy? Who's the good guy? You'll have to find out in the hidden motion picture Clawfoot. Bitches is crazy. This is, American Psycho for like uppity white women, I guess. I guess if you want the novelty of seeing fucking two famous celebrity sperms acting on screen together. I mean, it was okay. It was fine. There was more blood than I thought. It was just, oh, we're fucking rich bitches, and oh, isn't this crazy? Oh, we're so crazy. All right, I'm gonna fucking go do something else, I guess. Whatever. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was middle of the road, I guess. And I don't care for American Psycho either. So maybe if you wanted the rich housewife version of American Psycho, here you go. But I don't know who else to recommend it to. Obviously not you, because Mel Gibson's son did take his shirt off, so you might like that shit. The other one didn't, though. But yeah, I don't know. Acting and everything was fine. It was just
Is it
whatever.
bought or did you catch it somewhere?
Was it what?
Was it something that you purchased or?
Yeah, old Amazons.
Okay.
Old Amazon streamings. Can't wait to get the 4K.
Well, Tom, I watched a independent film called In Search of Pittsburgh Bigfoot. And yeah, this is something, I guess it was made like 10, maybe 12 years ago. And just a few people in Pittsburgh saw it. And then it just sat there for a while until it was acquired, sort of, by Drunken Yinzers Productions. And old Tim Gross gave me a copy. And they didn't make it. They had nothing to do with it. So I thought, well, fuck, I can watch this and give it an honest review, which I would do anyway, but was expecting, hot garbage. In fact, the last time you were here, I tried to put it on and you were like, no, let's, this shit's pretty good, Tom. This shit, it's one of these movies, this little girl's in the forest and a park ranger comes up to her and it's like, hey, you don't want to be in these parts of the woods. And she's like one of these little girls that just cusses, foul mouthed, like independent movies always throw that shit out there and it's supposed to be funny, but the kid can't sell it. This kid does. This kid fucking made me laugh. Yeah, she sold all that profanity, man. It fucking worked. And anyway, the park ranger tells the story of the Pittsburgh Bigfoot. You know, it's just some dudes that, you know, maybe heard a Bigfoot yelling. You know, they're just some drunk dudes. They go out into the woods to try to find the Bigfoot. And the bad thing is that also trying to find the Bigfoot is the devil. And he is assisted by I think it was, who the fuck was it? Frankenstein, maybe, and Eddie the Head, Eddie from Iron Maiden. Okay, so that's one thing. This guy, whoever made this, didn't give a shit about getting it distribution. You know, he's like, oh yeah, this is gonna fucking make me. No, he has so much shit in there. Products are all over the place. He's not hiding labels or anything. He just wanted to make a movie, you know, and a funny movie. And it's got a lot of funny shit, a lot of scenes that really fucking made me crack up. I was very impressed with it. Yeah, it's something that I'm going to keep in the collection. Usually, like this independent stuff, you know, I'll watch it once. And even if it's good, it's not that good. This one is. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's, you know, it's cheap. You know, but most of the people that they have acting in it, they know how to sell the fucking comedy. You know, they know how to work their lines right. What's weird as shit, Tom, is the sound on this is good. Like you can hear everybody, you know, what they're saying. Like most independent movie, you can't hear shit. You know, it's just the sound is the worst part of them, and that's fucking annoying. Like, what do you say? Was I supposed to let? Yeah, it's dumb as shit, and that makes it funnier. You know, the guys kind of like take Bigfoot out to Myrtle Beach, so you know Bigfoot can have a vacation and everything, but he's still being pursued by the devil. You know, and then you know the city council is kind of getting involved, all kinds of shit. You know, the guys' wives are upset that they're spending so much time doing all this other shit. I recommend it. You know, even if you're somebody that doesn't, you know, watch a whole lot of indie flicks, this one's all right. This is a good, hey, let's get a good buzz on and watch and laugh. You know, because this one, you're laughing with it, not at it. I was looking for the little DVD thing to show you how much effort Tim and Dan put into it, but can't find it, unfortunately.
Shucks. Fortunately for us, I did find the copy of Human Lanterns, a movie I just watched. We're not going to review the disc, so. Joe, have you ever heard of this? This is a Shaw Brothers production.
I have, Tom, and I know, like, you know, we got no Asian hate on this show. We'll review all of the Shaw Brothers stuff. Or Tom will. I ain't gonna fucking watch this. But no, this one, I remember liking it a long, long time back.
It's pretty good, Joe. You want me to recollect you of what it's about?
I do, because I don't quite remember, but I remember, oh yeah, Human Lanterns. And I guess I have a bootleg of it or something somewhere.
So this one's about two rich fucks trying to outdo each other at the Anal Lantern Festival.
Why did I think it was about kites when it's in the title? Yeah, they're competing with kites. No, you idiot. All right, go ahead.
So yeah, the one dude, he says, I'm gonna one of these fucks, he unveils his lantern like 4 months early, and the other guy's like, this bitch, now that I know what his shit looks like, I'm gonna go to the dude in town who makes the best lanterns ever. But this guy's like, oh no, I'm just an old bitch of a drunk. you gotta go to this guy and get the lantern made. And fuck, he fought this guy over a hooker like 7 months ago and scarred his face up. So this guy doesn't really wanna, he shamed him, Joe, dishonored him, if you will. So he doesn't want to fuck with this guy. This guy's like, oh, come on, baby balls. I'm rich. I'll give you money. I'll get you back into society. You don't have to live in this rice swamp or whatever it is you're doing out here, little Cajun boy. And he's just like, all right, I'll make you a lantern, but you have to leave me alone and let me make this lantern. He's like, all right, cool. Peace. And throws the deuces up in the air and struts out like a bad motherfucker while this other guy goes, but in Chinese. And then he puts on the skull mask with like Chewbacca's nutsack fucking tied to the top of it, so it looks like he has a bunch of hair and shit. And then he goes out killing women to use their skin to make human lanterns. Who will survive and what will be left of them?
Okay, like I remember there being like karate and shit in this. Am I in
There is.
Okay.
I
All
would
right.
call it kung fu because none of these people were white.
Right.
Yeah, it's a mix of horror and kung fu. It's like that old timey Chinese shit that I don't really care for, but it works here. The mask was cool. The look of the killer flipping around like a little monkey doing his shit was cool. This was a solid one. It wasn't, oh, fucking, this was great. It's not Boxer's Omen level, but it's pretty good shit, and I would recommend checking it out for sure. Sure, there could have been a little more gore here and there. What's there is okay, but these cool kung fu flips and this squirrely fuck in his mask flipping around, and there's some cool shit in it, and it's worth checking out for sure. I would recommend. Would. Knock on it. See what else I got here, Joe. Watched I guess it would be a TV show, maybe a mini series, a television event, Joe, called Over the Garden Wall. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Have you penis?
I've seen this one, Tom, but I haven't watched it.
Well, maybe you should watch it next year around Halloween. It's all right. Some of it's hit or miss for me. The shit that's hit really hits, like the pumpkin episode, and the shit that misses, I really don't care. There's like an episode with a frog singing on the boat, and it's all about this frog.
Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal.
A little more racist than that.
Okay.
But yeah, the story's about a couple brothers who get lost in the woods, and then there's this dark entity in the woods, and there's this crazy lumberjack, and then all these monsters, they come in, monsters, creatures, I don't know, Joe. I don't know. Take two. Hey, Joe, you ever heen over the garden wall?
I've seen of it, but I have not watched it.
Well, maybe you should see it, Joe. Maybe around Halloween. Yeah, it's all right. I mean, there's some good shit there. It's folk horror, so you'll love it. But I mean, a lot of it is it's a hit or miss for me for sure.
So what
Some of
hit
there's a pumpkin episode that's cool and creepy.
right up your alley?
Yeah, it's pretty much hey, this is the land of the dead, and you're not supposed to be here yet. It's like all these little things you figure out because it turns out this kid's in a coma.
Oh,
So it's all his dreams and shit that we're
I love
piecing together.
all
And
the end. Yeah, that's always fucking great. Hey, but Tom, that sounds like it was, good. But what were the misses? And we don't like to be negative on the show, but we call it like it is.
Like the frog episode sucks. How the DVD setup fucking sucks. Like these are maybe 10, 12-minute episodes. We'll sit through the intro and sit through the fucking credits on all of them, you fuck. Even if you select play all, there's no way to, watch it in a more better format.
So it's an anthology type thing, or
No, it's a linear story. It's just not as straightforward because they're just giving you a little bit of information because you're not supposed to know that, this is a weird coma dream thing. And it's a cartoon. I don't know if I said that, but it's animated.
Didn't, but I knew that. I mean,
right on. Elijah Wood and whoever else, they did it. I mean, it's all right. Just some of it, I'm there like, ugh. But the good stuff's good. At just watching it in the format that I did fucking stinks. Yeah, it's all right. Lori likes it a lot, and I could definitely see ladies being more into it, but it's okay. There's some good shit there. I think you might like it a little more because you're such a big folk horror aficionado ever since Severin came up with that term. But
yeah, Severin.
But yeah, it's worth checking out for sure. If you're interested at all, I would say watch it sooner rather than later. Otherwise, wait till next Halloween because it is Halloween themed, kinda. There's some spooktacular shit in there, but I mean, a lot of it's already spoiled. Fuck it. Throw it out with the baby in the bathwater. Do whatever you want. I don't care. I'm so tired and we started this late.
Sorry, man.
It's all right.
Well, Tom, I watched a 2024 Netflix film called Rebel Ridge. Have you heard of this one?
I think so. It isn't Star Wars, right?
No.
Okay.
Oh, this is a
Star Trek?
action film. This is about a guy that's biking through, I don't know, some small town, and he's got the headphones on, so listening to some Iron Maiden, like a cop car over and just like bangs his car or bangs his bike, knocks him down. He comes out and pulls a gun on him. Hey, what are you doing? I was trying to pull you over. Oh, I had, I couldn't hear, officer. This is some bullshit. What's going on? You didn't have to. The guy has like a bunch of money. I'm gonna go bail out my cousin with like 10,000 of it, and the rest of it we're starting a business. I'm gonna go buy this truck. Like, we're gonna confiscate this money. Oh no, you can't do that. Blah blah blah. Actually, they can legally if you have so much cash. They consider it suspicious. But anyway, they do that, and it's like, he's like, you got to come back to the whatever, fill out the paperwork, blah, blah, blah. He does that later, and it's like, no, we'll take care of this Monday. And it's just a whole run around, and it's like his cousin that has been locked up. Like, it turns out this little town is locking people up and keeping them the max amount they can for 90 days and confiscating their money. And I don't know. It's I've been drinking a little, so it's kind of confusing to talk about it. But anyway, eventually they fuck with this guy a little too much, Tom. And it turns out he's not a guy to fuck with. And you would think, hey, this is just Rambo. This is the goddamn Rambo movie, but it's not. Because this guy trained in like de-escalation and like non-lethal force, so everything he does, like he's doing it not to kill somebody, or to hurt them as little as possible, just to incapacitate them. Tom, that's the word I'm looking for. And the shit's good. It's a good action movie with, you know, when you wouldn't expect it to be, when you think, hey, this guy's not hurting anybody, but shit works out. Like, he's real good. Don Johnson is the corrupt sheriff, and he's really good. Don Johnson tends to be good in everything he's in, Tom. This guy directed he's directed like everything I've seen from him. It's weird that, like, I know I've liked it, but I always forget it until somebody brings it up. And it's like, oh yeah, I watched that movie. Like, he did a movie called Blue Ruin, and then he did something about some guy hunting a wolf out in the woods and shit. And I was like, is it really a wolf? Or, like, I don't know. It was a weird fucking movie, but I think it made one of my lists. I don't know how many years back. So yeah, this is a solid movie. Rebel Ridge. Will it make a list this year? Nah, but it's definitely worth a watch. Yeah.
Oh, well, speaking of a movie that may make a list this year, Joe, it's the hit motion picture called or for Americans, The Coffee Table. Have you heard of it?
Fuck no.
All right. So in this one, a man and a lady, they're celebrating the birth of their newborn child by purchasing a coffee table.
Who wouldn't? You know? Hey, let's go get a coffee table, you know?
So the dude,
Let's get a fucking bear claw coffee table or whatever.
Clawfoot.
Yeah, you ever seen those, Tom?
I haven't. What are they?
You know, they're coffee tables, but the legs look like a little foot.
Well, in this one, the legs of the coffee table, they were like anals holding up the panes of glass. So you had like these lady anals holding up the pane of glass, and the dude's like, "Oh, I really like this," and the lady's like, "You're a fucking idiot. This guy trying to sell you this ugly ass table's a fucking idiot. Fuck you both. Don't buy this shit." He's like, "You pick out everything. Just let me have this goddamn motherfucking coffee table." It's like, "You stupid bitch. Do whatever you want. Fuck you both. Me and the baby are getting out of here." So he's just like, "All right, I'll take this coffee table." And the salesman's just like, "Oh, baby, this is a great coffee table. It's the last one we got. It's unbreakable. This coffee table, god damn, this coffee table is gonna change your life, make you so happy. Unbreakable." So he picks up the fucking coffee table. He's putting the shit together. It's missing a screw, so the glass won't lay right on it. So he's like, "Oh fuck!" He calls the guy and says, "Hey, where's the screw? What the fuck? You're missing the screw." He's like, "Oh, I'll just get one from another coffee table in the back." Tee hee. So dude is like, "Oh fuck," waiting for this guy to show up. So he takes the glass off the table because that'd be unsafe, you know, to leave that fucking shit there unsecured. So he just leans it up against something so it won't fall over. And the wife's just like, "All right, you fucking have fun with your coffee table, you fuck. I'm going to go out and get some groceries because your brother and his girlfriend's coming over. So watch the baby. Try and put him to sleep. I'll be back after the grocery store." So she leaves. Baby starts crying. He picks it up. "Oh, hey, baby. How are you doing? Oh, come on. Don't cry there, little baby. Hey, little baby. Look at this new coffee table I just got. Isn't it great?" And we like see it's like a far shot. And he's like walking in the back and he goes out of frame and he's like, "Hey, little baby, look at this coffee table." And the baby's like, "Oh, wow, I've never seen a coffee table. Like, I've never seen a coffee table at all. This is great." So the baby jumps out of his hands to get a closer look and cuts its fucking head off on the glass of the coffee table. So the whole rest of the movie is this guy trying to hide the fact that he killed the fucking baby because of this stupid fucking coffee table.
I would think the rest of the movie about him would be about him trying to get his money. That's weird.
Oh, it was pretty good. I watched it. There was a big glare on the TV while watching it because, the house is set up so the whole back of the house is glass. So it's all a big, good view of the hill country. But even with that, I was able to follow along and read the subtitles and all that. And it was pretty good, Joe. It was pretty good. And I would recommend people check it out for sure. Yeah, it was pretty good, Joe. Pretty good. That baby just wanted to see that coffee table because it never saw one before. It was something new and exciting. End up cutting its own fucking head off. We don't see it, so he might have tripped, but the thing's head ends up being removed because of this coffee table, and he doesn't want to pick it up. Like, he wraps the body up and puts it in the crib, to pay his respects or whatever.
Right.
But the decapitated head's under a chair, and he's just too squeamish that he doesn't want to grab the fucking head, dude. And the whole time there's like a B plot where this little girl, like they live in an apartment building, and this little girl like has like this fantasy that they're gonna run away and become fucking married. She's like 13. She's just a delusional little girl. So she's saying the whole time, "Oh, I'm gonna tell your wife about us." And this guy's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" So she comes in there with this bullshit while all this is going on. Would recommend. Might make a list.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I heard about it a couple weeks ago, and I think I sent you a text like, "Hey, Joe, this sounds right up your alley."
Yeah, whenever you send me something like that, I always think you're fucking with me, so it's something I shouldn't watch,
Well, I mean, look into it and make your own decisions.
Yeah, I guess. But, the thing is, Tom, I was busy watching other shit.
Anything good?
Well, it was a film from our good friends, more your friends than mine, old Wild Eye Releasing, Tom. And I've seen a few of their things, here and there, but I'd yet to get into their raw and extreme label, Tom. Are you familiar with that imprint that they have?
Joe, I am very familiar
All
with
right.
that
So,
imprint.
well, there's no probably surprise that this one is unrated, Tom. So when you hear or see unrated on some, what would you expect from that?
I would expect that it didn't go to theaters. Damn.
God damn, you're sharp. Yeah, that's why you're my friend, because, the intelligence level, it's like up there, Anyway, Tom, this is the hit release Bunni.
With an eye.
Bunni. Have you heard of this one, Tom?
Joe.
Look, hanging in the back. Oh, shit.
What is that, a ghost, like, reaching for the sky?
You know,
It's like one of them. It's like the ghost of the big boy guy still holding
Yeah.
the fucking plate up. But the plate's not a ghost, so it's not there.
Look at the fucking anguish in this one. Let's see what some prick said. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Brilliant concept.
And another one says a fast-paced, gory slice of fun. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, here's what I guess the DVD's still inside the fucking thing. But this movie starts out, Tom. This girl's coming out of the shower. Not much to talk about with her, but like her boyfriend's just there sitting on the couch. Hey, I want to talk to you. Hey, who wants to talk to you? You know, he's just being a real prick and says, I know you're cheating on me. So what? And he starts beating the shit out of her, Tom. Oh, beat the shit out of her. And you see in the corner, there's a little boy looking on. 18 years later. Yeah, fucking from that. 18 years later. It's Halloween night. You got some friends at a party. And again, like the other independent movie that I did last week, no way any of these people would be friends. You know, no way would they be hanging out with you. It's just such a wide range. You know, this guy that's like kind of goofy and out of shape, and his girlfriend, she's in a bumblebee costume. I guess that's what they found to use at the time, and you know, she's got some tits on her because she's, you know, her cleavage is out through the whole movie. There's this other guy, he's a prick, and he's insulting everybody the whole time, and they all hate him, and a couple other people. Well, anyway, hanging out at a bar. They leave the bar, and you know, they're walking around, and they see, oh shit, look, this place used to be awesome. It was a Halloween store slash porno store. So they break in. I don't know how long the place was supposed to be
Joe,
closed.
did we open up a store together in this movie?
But there's still like shelves and product there. You know, I don't know how long, you know, but just one room. The rest of it's like a decrepit warehouse, and it's all of a sudden, Tom, there appears a lady in a corset and one of those blank face masks and bunny ears. And she starts killing them, Tom. Starts killing them. Oh, shit. And there was a time, I guess, when all independent horror movies were doing this scene where a guy would get his dick cut off, you know, sliced off. And it always looked shitty. It never fucking looked good. Every one of these movies that I've seen that had that scene, just garbage. This one's no exception. But I think that's what made it extreme. It had that scene. It wasn't because there was nudity in this movie. There was like, hey, these chicks are just showing cleavage. It's just like a fucking tease. I wanted it raw and extreme, but I didn't get a whole lot of that. It turns out that one of the guys that's there with them is the kid that would watched her mom get beat and blah, blah, blah. She's a killer. I don't know. It ends really.
No, that's it. It ends.
Yeah, one of the people gets away, and it's only like 65 minutes, right? Credits start to roll, and then there's an added scene that takes up like maybe 15 more minutes. You know, it's like, oh, this is what happened to the girl that got away later. You know, she was pregnant. She had a kid. That other guy that, you know, that we thought was dead. No, he's not. He comes back and kills her. This scene was probably added like, I don't know, 5-6 years later. Like maybe they got, well, shit, we can put your movie out, but I mean, it's too short. It's too short for a feature. All right, we'll take care of that. You know, we got 3 of the cast members back, and we'll make another scene. And now it's a movie. Not a good movie. Not a good movie at all. And I tried to see if this is streaming anywhere because I thought, this is gonna suck. This is gonna suck, and I'm gonna throw it into the box for sale box. Maybe I can sell it for a little more if it's sealed. No such luck. Nobody wants to stream this. Yeah. Not good, Tom. Not good. And hey, I try to always look for something positive on independent movies. We give them their fair shot. This one tried to do some gore effects and everything, and I guess if you don't know how any of this stuff is done, maybe it looks okay. But if you do, if you just have any kind of knowledge or just any kind of sense whatsoever, no, it's like, no, this is not good. Not good, Tom.
So you said this was a Halloween movie, yeah?
It was.
So was it at least spooktacular?
There was like some pumpkins here and there, and the one girl was in the bunny, not the bunny suit, the bumblebee thing with her tits squeezed together, and that's Halloween. Being dressing up like a slut. So yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda. Okay. Oh shit. No, man. Joe, I watched a movie that the internet has been clamoring about, or I should say, film aficionados have been clamoring about and trying to get people to watch ever since it was released. The hit motion picture Strange Darling. Have you heard of this one, Joe?
I have several film aficionado people on my Facebook feed who have been saying, oh.
They were doing the Tim Allen. Oh. All right. So this movie starts out with giant bold text that says, "Oh, this movie was shot in 35 millimeter."
Whoa. What? In this day and age?
Unfortunately, that doesn't help your movie. That's like saying, "Hey, everybody, we're the shit and we're all up our own fucking asses."
It is.
So,
Oh, it is a lot of millimeters, Tom.
yeah. So, right off the bat, I was like, oh man, if this movie doesn't look fucking great, then I mean it does, it looks fine. It was shot well and looks good. The camera moves, you see different stuff. It was fine. It didn't need to be shot in 35 millimeter. Probably not, but the director likes to wear stupid fucking hats, so that figures. This one starts out with a lady running frantically towards the camera. And I was like, oh, all right, well, she's probably the cause of all this, being a woman and all. Spoiler alert, Joe, she was. This movie's hip and cool and tells its story out of place. It's in different chapters, and all the chapters are thrown up in the air and just picked however you want them. This guy clearly likes Quentin Tarantino. So the story is a dude and a chick. They cross paths and have a sensual relationship. But it turns out one of them is a serial killer and the other one is tracking them down. What'll happen? Find out in Strange Darling. I liked everything about this movie except the way that the story was told. So that's probably not good. If somebody else directed this, I would probably like it more. But this movie just comes off like so far up its own ass, especially with that pretentious shit at the beginning. We shot this on 35 millimeter, you little penis hole. But yeah, it's predictable. Like I said at the beginning, watching, it's like, oh yeah, that lady probably fucking was the cause of all this. And yeah, it's just up its own ass.
Yeah, because who gives a shit if you shot on 35 millimeter when most theaters that are going to show your movie can't fucking do 35 millimeter.
Then most people watching it are gonna be watching it streaming on Amazon or wherever the fuck it goes to.
Yeah,
But I
that's
mean,
like, yeah, that's like Tom said. Oh, they're trying to impress Quentin Tarantino. Maybe he'll show it at his theater.
acting's good, the story's good, it's okay. It's just the way it was told, and it just feels so up its own ass. And with it being, oh, we're gonna tell it out of order and okay, all right, yeah, all right. No, like if somebody else directed it, yeah, maybe. But like off the bat, you just want to say, man, fuck these people. So yeah, no, it might make a list. I mean, it was technically well made and all that shit, but if the whole time you're just thinking, man, you're so far up your own ass, fuck pretentious shit. Sorry. I mean, that's what you start your movie out saying, hey, I'm a pretentious fuck, eat a dick. Okay. So if this isn't the best movie I've ever seen, okay. It was all right. If you didn't direct it, it'd probably be better, but might make a list. Sorry. I think the big controversy of this movie is since like the ladies, the serial killer and shit, and there's a scene where she like pulls her fucking pants down and acts like the guy chasing her was fucking raping her and shit. So, oh, feel bad for me because I'm a woman. There's like a couple scenes of that. But it's just like, yeah, if you were a lady serial killer, you would probably use those tactics to. So I don't know. People want their fucking cake and eat it too. I don't know what to say, but this cake was made out of shit, so go fuck yourself.
5 millimeters of shit.
Yeah, I mean, how can you not expect people to just fucking be like, all right, fuck you, dude? Like that's a turn off. I don't get why you would fucking do that. Hey everybody, heads up. This is the greatest fucking movie you've ever seen. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and it's just predictable. So I don't if the opening fucking shot I see, oh yeah, she's probably fucking had something to do with this shit. Why is she running away so crazy? And stupid fucking hats. Like I had to look this guy up afterwards. And I just, oh, that figures. Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't he put that at the fucking start of his movie? Mm-hmm. Whatever. You'll love it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if you will. You'll probably think it's up its own fucking ass and with the jumbled story and shit. It's very easily to say, oh yeah, this guy loves Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
But you know, those film aficionados on the internet.
They'll say it's Tarantino-esque.
No, they'll say, oh no, it's not. Like I've seen people say, oh no, this isn't pretentious. It doesn't want you to think it's so fucking cool. This movie wants you to think it's so fucking cool, dude. Hello, fellow kids. All right. You got anything else there, Joe?
No, I don't.
I think I got one more.
Okay.
This is one people on social media were hyping up and hyping up and hyping up, and then it came out and nobody said shit, Joe. This is the hit motion picture Frankie Freako. Have you heard of it?
I have heard of this.
Have you seen everybody hyping it up, hyping it up, hyping it up, and then not saying shit?
Yeah, and I saw a poster and it looked like Red Munchie.
That's correct, Joe. So, this is from the Astron 6 guys. They made Psycho Gorman, Manborg, and Father's Day, the editor. I like Father's Day and the editor, surprisingly, but the other two, not so much.
Haven't seen any of those, and I know those were all hyped up internet wise. And yeah, there was some other one
The
along the
Void, did
I
you see that one?
saw the Void, not that it's okay. You know, I didn't think it was like people gushed over that shit, and I thought it was it's all right. Uh
That
there,
newest Leprechaun, did you see that?
no, but there was some BMX movie or some shit.
I don't think this is them. Turbo Kid?
Right, but it seems like the same kind of shit, right?
Yeah, their gimmick, I guess, is taking a genre and just having a little fun with it.
Hmm.
So in this one, they're having a little fun with Little Rubber Monster movies. Kinda. I mean, how many are there? We got Munchie, which this one feels the most like. Gremlins, Ghoulies, Munchie, but let's just count that in the Munchie section, Munchies and Munchies. Critters, I guess. But there's really not a whole hell of a lot that you can be like, oh, well, let's make fun of this because it just kind of comes off like an adult Munchie.
Mm-hmm.
So the story, it's a real L7, Joe. This square ass fuck working his shitty cubicle office job. I think this is supposed to be the late 80s. Uh, he wants a promotion. His wife, he's not paying her any attention. She wants that dick, but he's a fucking square. So he keeps seeing these commercials on TV like, hey, call Munchie, or not Munchie, Jesus, Frankie Freako. He's a real party animal, blah, 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 blah. So the wife goes out of town. He calls this guy, fucking Frankie Freako, and his two other puppets show up. They just kind of cause mayhem, and they're on the run from some fucking guy. And then that fucking guy, he's like an evil puppet and he sends evil puppets. And it's all a big ruse because Frankie Freako was his wife's like college roommate or anything. And they're, friends. And this was all a big thing to get the square to loosen up and not be such a fucking square, but their house is ruined and it's all fucked and it's lame and not very good. I appreciate, making the puppets and the monsters and stuff, but I didn't care for the designs. Nothing about it was really funny. I mean, Rich Evans doing the voice of one of the monsters was, I guess, okay. Like, oh, that's cool. They asked him to do this shit, but who gives a fuck?
So, not that I don't give a fuck.
I don't.
I don't know who Rich Evans is. Who's Rich Evans?
He's from Red Letter Media. It's like the best of the worst. One of the shows I watch. Just I mean, you've seen it before, but you wouldn't give a fuck.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of cool. Like, oh, hey, but who cares? Yeah, it's just kind of lame and gay, Joe. I don't really give a fuck about the little rubber monster genre. I mean, Munchie, that was, that was a childhood thing, and going back and watch it, it's like, oh yeah, this is weird as shit and that kind of thing, but I don't give a fuck about Gremlins or,
Munchie didn't even ride the pizza. That's
he fucking didn't. God damn it. But yeah, I guess they just feel silly for promoting this movie, and that's why nobody's saying shit about it, because not great or even good. Sorry. That's cool. You get to make these movies with your friends and have a fun time and do what you like to do, but I didn't care for it. Yeah. Fuck no, man. Ugh. That's it. At least we got Spider-Man to swing into.
all right. With Spider-Man's number, what the fuck was it?
228 with the C Team All-Stars.
Yeah, so they had a guest writer, guest artist come in. The writer was John Strand, who is not, your typical Marvel fucking comic book writer. And Rick Leonardi, he's a good artist. I like his art. So this is a fill-in issue, I forget what they call a cabinet issue or something. I forget what Marvel's term was it, but hey,
Slop bucket.
Our guys need a break. Let's pull this shit out and edit some shit to throw it in with continuity. And let's see, Spider-Man's is swinging around and sees this old man getting attacked by spiders, and it's like, well, fuck that guy. And he takes off to arrest some dude, not arrest, but
molest.
Vigilante some guys, and he starts getting all mad at him and beating the shit out of him. Oh, what's wrong with me? Anyway, that old man got killed by those spiders, and J. Jonah Jerkland says, hey, Spider-Man's was controlling those spiders and killed them. Peter Parker's got to prove him wrong. Turns out that old man's selling a bunch of his antiques. Hey, let me call old Deborah Whitman. She loves antiques. Let's go out there and check it out. They do. His spider sense starts a buzzing. Hey, Debs, gotta see you later, kid. I remembered I gotta do something. This dude just sucks, man.
And she's like, well, fuck you. I'm gonna go blow that silly named fuck Biff Rifkin.
This is all good for Biff, this gets him, supplied in blowjobs and shit. But yeah, Peter Parker's a fucking prick, man. And anyway, he starts following shit around here and there and comes upon some old lady that's dying or something.
They're all getting attacked by spiders.
Yeah.
Luckily, she's got these earrings that catches old Spydra Man's eyes. And he says, hey, wait a minute. These earrings are attracting not only Spydras, but Spydra Mans.
Oh.
Turns out this fuck was making these magical earrings in hopes of controlling Spydra Man. But he doesn't. See you next issue. Bye. Yeah. It's another one. Leaves them for the cops while Spider-Man says, oh man, I just fixed this costume. Gotta sew it up again. Now the little fucking webs on the front won't line up right. It'll look stupid.
I hate when that happens.
Fucking prick.
Over in Marvel Team Up, he teamed up time with Wolverine.
Or as I call him, Bub.
And it's like the worst Wolverine story I've ever fucking read. It's just a piece of shit. Yeah. Just skip that altogether.
You ever read the Wolverine story where he gets drunk and hits on Jubilee and then remembers her age?
No.
That one is pretty bad too.
Was that an X-Men or Wolverine?
You'll have to find out. Could have been in an issue of Terror Inc.
Well, because I remember there was a robot Wolverine hanging out with Wolverine. And you sure it wasn't that robot Wolverine that hit on her?
I don't think so, Joe. Luckily, Wolverine is a made-up character
Yeah,
and can't sue people for libel.
right. And maybe Sabretooth was his dad at the time.
I would say his papa.
Hmm.
His papa. Get it?
That's before they did Origins.
Whereas I say oranges.
Old Man Logan. Or
Mm.
Ultimate Wolverine, which I don't fucking know because I don't read current shit anymore.
Or Ultimate Hulk blows Wolverine.
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, shit.
Hey, on that note, I'm going to go piss.
While Joe pisses, I'm going to tell you about the fantastic comic book Ultimate Hulk Blows Wolverine. Misleading title, because in it, Wolverine blows Ultimate Hulk. And right when Ultimate Hulk is about to blow, turns Wolverine's head into a Pez dispenser because of the amount of gamma rated ejaculate that rest in empowerment, Logan Bub. You will be missed. And you know what else will be missed? Savings if you don't head over to fastcustomshirts.com and go through the hundreds and hundreds of t-shirt designs, all at reasonable prices. There might even be shit you didn't even know was up there, which is the best shit to order, because if you don't know that it's up there, Joe doesn't know that it's up there, which means he doesn't have the screen anymore, and there's nothing he likes to do more than make new screens for a shirt that he'll only sell one of. So if there's a way to search like oldest to newest on his site and you just want to have a little bit of fun, head on over to Fast Custom Shirts and buy all the oldest shirts you can possibly afford, and then ask to return them because they're too small.
Hey, no return.
Do you have a search filter on your site that you can say, hey, what are the oldest designs?
No, I don't think so. But hey, after doing my state taxes, I would appreciate any sale that came in, because goddamn.
Got hit with a late fee.
Well, yeah, but even without the late fee, it would have been, goddamn. We got to quit doing shit in Texas.
Or, just put that money aside so you have it.
That would be nice. That option to do so, which I always do, and then something eats that money. But that's okay. I'm still here, you fucks.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, let me ask you this, Joe. What do you know about a great man named John Russo?
Would you call him a
Pioneer? Yes.
Renaissance man? I don't know what, but John Russo, I know that he's always at Horror Realm convention that I do once a year in Pittsburgh, Texas, or Pittsburgh, Texas, but Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, a swing state this year, Tom. And I've never felt the urge to get anything autographed by the guy or even talk to him. But he was one of the pioneers, I guess, of a particular genre. and that is the ghoul genre, Tom. You familiar with this genre?
Yes, Joe. Some say ghouls, some say flesh eaters. It all depends on, the words they want to choose, but rarely do they ever say zombie.
Right. And in the movie, what movie are we talking about here, Tom?
Night of the Living Dead.
They do not mention the word zombie in it at all. However, they do say ghoul. So in my review of this film, I chose to use that word, ghoul. Have you seen this before, Tom? Before, because like thing, Tom came up with this gimmick. Hey, the world's all about gimmicks. That fucking gimmick here, gimmick there. Hey, let's watch an original and let's watch a remake. I thought that's all right, Tom. We can fucking do that, buddy.
And then thinking about it, we've done that before.
Wow.
That's all right. You can't win them all.
No, can't win them at all.
Mm-mm.
As I would say. Night of the Living Dead, though. You'd never seen this before, had you?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I've seen it before. It's the timeless classic of personalities being trapped in a small space and having to coexist because there's an outside threat confining them to this space so
So
character studies can happen.
yeah, it's a siege movie, but with I don't know, supernatural forces at work or occult forces at work, or what would you call? I don't know. With this movie, it's alien forces.
Space Rays, they got Fantastic Ford.
Mm-hmm. So you got this brother and sister cruising along. Their mom says, "Hey, go drop some flowers at Dad's grave." God damn it,
That's
Mom!
not what happens at all.
That.
They're going to visit their mother's grave.
Okay, I got it fucked then. It's like, whoa, why is she buried so fucking far away? Hey, who cares? Let's just go do it. That's our mom. Nobody says that because they don't care. Up north, they don't care about their parents or their, everything they've done for them. They're gone. Fuck them. The dead don't like that, Tom. The dead don't like being forgotten. So the dead came back the very day.
Like the cat?
Yeah, I thought they were goners. But nope. The brother's acting like a prick. The sister's acting like a demure, like, I don't know. Maybe that's how women were back then. That's 4 years before I was born, so how would I know? Anyway, there's a ghoul walking around the cemetery, and he kills the brother and goes after the sister. And these ghouls, they don't fuck around. They pick up rocks to break windows and shit. They're kind of smart. They move kind of fast, Are they the recently dead, Tom? Is that why they move so fast? Who knows? Nobody says that, this thing doesn't start establishing rules until it says, hey, you gotta hit them in the head to kill them. She gets to a little house and whatever and gets scared because there's taxidermy on the wall. This bitch has never seen taxidermy and fuck, it scares her. Anyway, she's scared of taxidermy. A black guy rolls up. She's not scared of him. It's 68. And she's in Pennsylvania. I don't know. Maybe there was, a lot more of racial acceptance in Pennsylvania. I doubt it. But she's like, okay, I'm going to let this guy tell me what to do. And he does, starts going on his little soliloquies and, talking some shit and blah, blah, blah. Some zombies attack. They fight them. Hey, there's been people in the basement all this time. They come up and
Joe,
like,
I hate to cut you off, but I need to run to the bathroom.
Tom's going to go to the bathroom.
And I think it's going to be a minute because I think those farts were a warning sign.
He made some of his famous meatballs.
So, do you want to talk about them, or do you want me to cut this off and then we'll come back in 15 minutes or so?
Go ahead. I'll talk about this book I read, Tom.
All right. And it's going to be all you.
Such an occasion. Oh, shit. So, like, god damn, this sucks. Maybe I can turn this like this. Would that fucking help anything? No, this doesn't help shit at all. I don't know. Hey, well, anyway, let me scoot back. Let me scoot this shit back. I don't know how this is going to work. That's some crazy shit. Look at me. Okay, so I'm going to talk about this book here that I read, which is Metal Blade Records, and it is from the guy Brian Slagle, who established Metal Blade Records. And hey, if you listen to fucking heavy metal, if you bought records way back in the fucking late 80s, early 80s, mid 80s, and then in the 90s when they changed their shit in the 90s. Anyway, this guy, he set up this record label, and you know, he started doing shit like he was doing like a newsletter at first, and then he was doing a little magazine about heavy metal, and then, you know, decided, hey, maybe I should put out an album. You know, I've been, you know, covering all this shit. I can do this myself. He did, compiled some people in the LA scene and like put this album out, self-distributed and all this. He did all this shit out of his garage. You know, he was out of, not his garage, not even his mom's garage, his mommy's garage. And well, fuck, that's humble beginnings, you know, and he kept on working and, you know, worked at a record store in the meantime, was meeting other people, and he did some traveling just to like listen to other bands and get some of their tapes and like ask them, hey, could we put you guys on an album? Doing it small time, and kept on growing and kept on growing. And then Metal Blade became something fucking pretty spectacular. And to read this book as a small businessman, it just makes me want to kill myself, because what the fuck have I done? God damn, I've been doing this for what, like close to 20 years, and I'm not in my mom's garage, and I never started there. God damn, that's just like, you know, I don't have a record label. You know, I gotta shit scrape and save to go to a concert and shit from this guy's fucking record label. I don't know. Things are not good. I don't know what. But anyway, yeah, so like if you like Fate's Warning and oh shit, can't even hold the thing right now because I'm nervous, y'all. I've never been on the internet by myself without Tom's guidance. You see, Tom, he knows the internet. He knows, you know, any of the other bands, it's like Lizzie Borden, you know, they talk to them, Man of War, and, you know, we'll look down and see who else. I don't know. It has an introduction from Lars Ulrich from Metallica, and I don't know. Yeah. Let's see. What else did I fucking read or do? Did my state taxes. I have all these fucking things that I got here. This is the book I'm going to start next. My Bloody Roots, which is the Max Cavalera autobiography. And, well, I'm taking off on Thursday to Tempe, Arizona for a concert with this guy's various bands, and stopping in Albuquerque, New Mexico to see a friend that I haven't seen in a long time. And this is a kind of a weird thing. Like, we were doing this trip for a buddy who is not doing well, and we don't even know if he's going to go with us. I don't think he is. So, we were talking to him the other day, and it's like, he was having a good day, I should say. And then we told him about this trip, and he's like, huh? What are you talking about? So we're like, fuck, he may not be going with us. But if he doesn't, that's okay. What can you do? I don't know. The thing is, Tom is having a good time right now in the shitter. And, I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't? He's probably getting some reading in. He's probably, playing some Animal Crossing. And you guys didn't know, but Tom's a badass at Animal Crossing. He does have to spend a lot of time on the shitter, guys. He's got some issues, with his abdominals and, stomach. There's some things that he shouldn't eat, like the sideways meatballs that he makes. The thing is with those meatballs, like a lot of the grease, it starts out like if he eats the ones up here, it's fine, but like all the grease like flows down. It's
Joe, it was pickled jalapenos. And I still don't know if it's finished because my asshole burns. But I said, God damn it, Joe's waiting. I don't know how we're going to do this, but let's just say this, Joe. Night of the Living Dead, a tale of two movies, two versions. The original versus the remake.
Are we starting this over?
I don't know, dude. I think I'm going to have to run off again. That's why I said you should just give me a few minutes and then we come back. But I don't know. Like, I can fix the title and change the picture, but this is the Night of the Living Dead versus thing. We've already been here 2 hours. But we're here, Joe.
Well, so people in because I shared it and said, "Hey, live election coverage."
So we don't have to get into it like the first one again. We can just say, "Hey, Joe, welcome to DWN Productions THC podcast. You watch anything? How was your week?" But no,
let's not do that. Let's not start over, Tom. Let's hey, Night of the Living Dead, the classic film. This is Tom's first viewing of this. And it's something he wanted to watch for a long time. And you know the story. Brother and sister going to the cemetery. Some ghouls, not zombies, ghouls attack them. The brother gets killed. The girl puts the car in reverse and she rolls down and hits a tree and she gets out of there and runs to a house, not her house. She goes inside the house. But one of the beds is too small.
And then Paddington shows up and says, "Oh, me love, don't worry. There's enough marmalade-flavored porridge for all, yeah?" And then they turn him into a rug because it was Nicole Kidman the whole time. Fucking bitch.
But anyway, this other guy shows up and starts telling her, "Hey, help me out here. Let's board this place up." And he starts telling stories and stuff, and she's not listening. She's a bit shell-shocked. Anyway, they get attacked by ghouls after they take care of that shit. Holy shit, there was 5 people in the cellar or the basement. I don't know what they call it up there in the northern states, but they come up. "Hey, what were y'all doing down there?" Well, it's just waiting out, see if y'all get killed or whatever. and they decide, hey, well, they don't decide. They just start arguing and stuff, It's just like, hey, who's the bad motherfucker here? Who's the one? And there's this guy, real prick of a white dude. Says, no, we got to just go down to the cellar and stay there. That's the safest fucking place. No, it isn't. That's just a death trap. Just it's a bunch of arguing, and then the zombies are like gathering around, and well, not zombies, sorry, ghouls.
Ghouls are gathering around, throwing Fago at each other, having a gay old time.
Not dumb, they can pick up rocks and shit. They can break windows. They can do all kinds of shit, and well, it comes down to the whole movie comes down to that fucking white dude was right. The basement was the best fucking place to hide out, and this guy, he hides out there at the end, and he survives the night, and the next day he goes up like, oh shit, who's out there? Oh, there's a posse killing ghouls, and they shoot him, and they throw him on the fucking fire to burn with all the other ghouls, and it's a bit of a downer, It's a fucking siege movie, and Tom, I think it's fucking great.
Yeah, it's a classic, I guess, because it's the first one of its kind, and you got this dynamic of all these different personalities, arguing and clashing when there's a disaster at foot. They're all trying to figure out what to do, and of course everybody's not going to agree. So you got this drama going on, and it's all well and good, but I mean, it feels older than it should. Shooting it in black and white didn't help. It makes the movie feel a lot older, even though it was the late 60s. It makes it feel like the early 50s. And, it's a lot of, oh, gee, golly type of talk, shucks. And I don't know. And you don't really see much that would make you think that these ghouls are like this big threat. Oh, they ate a couple bugs, and okay, you don't really see why they would be such a threat besides there's a bunch of them. Which, okay, fine, I get it, but that ending is really what makes the movie. Just this guy trying to help everybody out, and in the end, he just gets mistaken and shot in the head and thrown on the fire. And that's kind of an allegory. I don't know if that's the right word, but for the race relations at the time and shit. But it's just a little too quaint for me, and Barbara should have got smacked in the mouth a couple more times than she did, because
Well, she does, though. He knocks the fuck out of her.
it should have happened a couple more times, though, because she's just acting like a loony bitch the whole time, which I get, different people dealing with this situation. But
I agree with you in that the dialogue and the whole setup, it feels like a stage play. It doesn't feel like a movie for a lot of the portions. The dialogue doesn't really ring true. But the main actor, I don't know his name.
Ben?
Yeah, Ben, the guy that plays Ben, he fucking works with it, and does the best that he can with it. And yeah, I think it's good. I think, it builds tension. And yeah, I don't think there was anything like this at that time.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I can understand why people would like it and all that. It's a little just too quaint and old-timey for me, and I get that all these ghouls are there trying to get them and get in, but I just don't really feel the threat. I don't know. It just seems a little too quaint. Like that shit always makes me laugh. It's like, oh, you're being ignorant. Stop it. Like that always makes me laugh because it's just stupid shit dialogue. But I mean, other than that and the ending, and I guess the classic line is, yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, it's like there's nothing I really like. It's fine. It's well made and acted for the most part. It's just too
What
old timey for me.
I like about it is like the backstory is given to you just through them listening to the radio. And even while that shit's going on, sometimes they're doing shit and it's just background noise that you have to listen to get, like, okay, but even they don't know. They don't, explain why this is happening. They're just telling you what's happening here and there. And I think that shit's cool. I think that's fucking cool as fuck.
Yeah, it was fine. It was fine. I give it a 2.5 out of 5. Right down the middle.
All right.
Like there's some stuff that I can appreciate it for what it did and blaze this trail, but it doesn't mean I have to like it for what it is, because
Blaze your homie.
that's right, dead homie.
Blaze it, dead homie.
So then I guess the first remake, or the first official remake, we'll call it the Tom Savini one. We watched that too, and excuse me, I always remembered really liking this one. Upon rewatching it, I still like it, but really, I didn't use that word. Slight things changed here and there. They fixed Barbara. She's not a fucking woe is me, I'm a crazy bitch. She takes action, which is good, kind of gives her a fucking character. And the ending, why fix something that's not broken? There's not as much gore in this as I remember.
All
Like
right, then okay, this is, how many times have you seen this?
the newest, this remake,
Yes.
maybe 6 now.
Okay, this is only the second time I've seen this. The first time I saw it, I remember thinking, but like I'm paying more attention to it now, especially seeing it back to back with the original. Is this supposed to be set at the same time, like in '68?
Maybe not. I mean, they're dressed kind of like late 80s.
Well, no, like right at the beginning when Barbara and her brother are up, he's dressed like a prick. He's dressed like, 60s. He's wearing the gloves and the
Yeah, I
stupid,
thought that was just like yuppie shit, maybe.
dressed like a fucking idiot too.
I mean, you would know more than me. I was like, what, 5, 4 when the fuck this came out?
I don't remember anybody ever dressing like that. It's just like, so, and the car is a bit older. So, like, I'm wondering, is he setting this movie in '68 or?
I don't. It's not in the future because they don't have cell phones, so I can tell you that.
They do have, it's like when they get to the house, it's not the radio. They have a TV, but there was TVs in '68 and shit. Okay, so like the people in it, it's like Tony Todd. I like Tony Todd. I don't like him in this role. I don't think he's really fucking good in this role. He doesn't carry it the way the other guy that played Ben carried this shit.
Yeah, it's the same character, but it feels like he's playing it different, which, I mean, it's fine. It's his interpretation or whatever.
A lot of people say, yeah, I like Barbara a lot more in this one. It's like, why? Because she's better looking? It's like, no, she's more assertive and she's...
I would just say she has more of a character. She has something to do instead of being like a shaken, wounded fawn in a corner.
I guess it's Tom Towles that plays the guy in the basement, the prick. He's pretty good. Like, I like him a lot, but like a lot of the people in this, they just don't. I don't know. They're just, again, they don't fit the roles. I think, it's like Tony Todd. He's just like, he's there, I guess.
Yeah, horror actors of the time were chosen to be in the roles for obvious reasons. It's just, I think, even though I'm not a big fan of the original, I can call it iconic because it is. So you have these actors playing these iconic roles, and of course, they're going to be different. So people are going to say, oh, I don't like what they did there because you like that. And that's fine. I thought everybody acted well enough for the most part. William Butler, he always comes off as kind of a wiener kid in movies, so this really wasn't any different.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, everybody was fine and okay. Um,
So the zombies, and then by this point we can call them zombies. They look good. There's some, like, some of them look really fucking good. Some of them are just like, I guess they're trying to do different stages of decomposition, and it works, man. That's it's some good shit. Yeah, I would expect that from Savini.
but again, there's not a lot of gore, and besides there being a lot of they don't really seem like that big of a threat. Even during the movie, they're just like, "Hey, this isn't shit. We can just run past them."
Right, that's
And
something. Hey, they move real slow. We can go like this and that. It's like this one. None of them, I think, really move real fast like some of them did in the first one. In the first one, there's some inconsistency in how the zombies move or react to things or whatever. And they also, in the first one, they say like, oh, they're scared of fire. That's nothing that's ever been, taken from any of the zombie movies, Romero or what.
Frankenstein.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I just always remember it having a lot more gore, and it really doesn't. You would think with Savini there would be some, but not really a whole lot. Again, they don't come off like a threat. I like how it looks. Like, I like the look and the feel of the movie. A lot of horror movies that came out around this time had the look and feel like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 Leatherface. Like, it has the look and feel of this movie. I don't particularly like that movie, but I do like the way that it looks.
Well, I don't know, man. There's like, to me, it had the look and feel of a made-for-TV movie. And there's like how it.
Well, I mean, that's like it in the Stephen King, that's around that same fucking time.
Made for TV, but this one, this is a movie. It shouldn't have these fade to black and like coming back in for the second scene. Shit, that was weird.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, I can see that. That just kind of hits a nostalgia spot for me, I guess, because it's the time I grew up watching that shit, so it reminds me of like how stuff looked back
Okay,
then, I guess.
you watched this one before you watched the original?
Probably.
Okay, so I noticed that a lot of people that like this one more like it because of that reason. The music on it fucking sucks. It's really weird. The choices on that, it's just like, what? Why even have music if it's going to be that bad?
Yeah, I don't remember the music at all.
Right.
Yeah, that I'm sure it does suck if you're saying so. I just
Always pay attention to is the music in a movie and how it adds like this or that, tension or music should never distract in a movie. It should just either fucking like help the scene along and whatever it's trying to do. And then later on, you might think, oh shit, that music was fucking awesome. But when you're first watching something or you're watching, it's like you should not notice the music at all. It should just like help the movie along. This was really distracting music. It's like every time from the beginning, it's like, what the fuck are they, why? They didn't need a score. They didn't need to do anything on this. And it's stupid. It's bad.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it. I don't remember, but I'm not really the music guy these days. I'm just like, probably should have just had Slasher Dave do the music. This shit would have been awesome if he did, but yeah, unless it's like really fucked or really good, I'm not gonna remember it. So I'll take your word for it.
And then here's my thing, as you mentioned it, the ending on this one.
It's my favorite ending of all time. Whenever any movie uses it, I love it.
They're us. We're them.
We're the monsters, Joe.
Yeah, okay. All right. But goddamn, this one just wants to like fucking hit you on the head with it, and
Yeah,
like,
no, it's ham-handed as shit.
yeah. Where the other one was just like, hey, let's show you these still shots. We're just throwing them on the fire. That's all that we're doing. This one just wants to show you that, and then it goes back to close up of her eyes. Can't believe it. It sucks. It is just so fucking preachy.
Yeah. I mean, especially compared to the original ending, which might be one of the best endings in movie history. But yeah, I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
That ending would have worked for people like me who've never seen the original, and this was the first time they were watching it and shit. But I guess it was, just so they can shoot old Tommy Towels in the head and do a little tee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not as good as I remember. I wouldn't call either one of them a great movie. But if I had to go back and watch one of these, which I don't want to do for a while, it would be the color one, just because, it's more modern and has a little more updated special effects and stuff like that. But I can understand if people like the original. I don't know if they would say, oh, yeah, I like the 3D one with Sid Haig. I might go, I gotta go.
Yeah. I'm the opposite. I'm a little older. I saw the original one first, and I know it has flaws, and I recognize those flaws, but to me, what it accomplishes is makes me forgive those flaws.
Yeah, pretty much the same movie, except for the fucking ending. Not as much as the Psycho remake, where that was just a shot for shot thing. But they're pretty close, except for the ending. I don't know. Maybe because of the ending, I would have to say, technically the original one's a better movie, but I enjoy the remake more. But I don't think that's a fucking great movie or even as good as I thought it was before I rewatched it. So, oh wait, hey Joe, I got the Blu-ray from Umbrella.
You didn't. Well, I'm not gonna get the Criterion version of the original because you can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah. Watch them. Don't. I would say. I mean, I'm gonna watch Day of the Dead, God willing, a lot more before I go back to watching this thing. So.
Well, that's what I put my review, the written review. It's like, hey, watch this, move on to Day of the Dead, and stop there. The original is,
Contagion.
Living Dead on a Plane or whatever the fuck.
Remember Snakes on a Plane?
I do.
Fuck. Maybe.
Good thing that doesn't have an original.
Does have a lot of copycats. Those snakes on this, snakes on that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But anyway, original, remake, like what you like. We're just comparing them, and we're two guys with different views on each of the movies. Yeah.
Yeah, so Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde's gonna go jump in a lake. And next week we're gonna do the Wasp Woman movies. And we'll also spin the wheel again to see what we're gonna do, because the Dr. Jekyll shit just ain't gonna fucking work out. So we'll do that shit next week. I got a couple Vinegar Syndrome new releases I got in, so we'll do that shit. And hopefully we'll do something that'll hopefully.
I'll be on the road a lot of next week, so you may get some video diary shit. You may not. Hopefully you do, because hopefully I can fucking put something entertaining together. We'll see.
All right. Again, everybody, thanks for listening, checking this out, sticking around as long as you did. Do you want to give some shout outs, Joe?
Not many people. There is a Laurie Allen in the chat, and we've got...
If there's one thing that Laurie Allen likes, is not updating her name on anything.
There's a Josh Boyd. Yeah, me and Lisa had a big contention about that for a long time, but it gets better, Tom. No, it doesn't.
Well, I mean, it just helps when like official things have to be done and there's not a problem if everything lines up.
Yeah, don't argue here on this.
I'm not arguing.
Brian Eulis said, did you break out your rollerblades?
Did you?
I'm guessing he's asking about all the hills that you were on.
Oh, shit. Maybe if I was a roller gator.
Yeah, looks like that might have been it. Josh Boyd. He said, I hate when my dad never tried to teach me to jerk it. I came.
That's a reference to the hit motion picture Happiness, you see.
Yeah. Laurie corrected that she is the one that is the badass at Animal Crossing.
She is.
I believe it.
She is. And Laurie, there's nothing to be sorry about. Everybody, thank you again. This was the best election special you'll ever fucking see.
Yeah, we did not update you on anything because who gives a fuck? Like we said earlier, you still got to go to work tomorrow. You still got to put up with the people that you chose to spend life with. And that's it, man. Life's life. Fuck it. Go forward.
Try and get out there and live the best one you can and be as happy as you can. And if we have the pleasure, we will be here next week to tell all of you the same things once again. Joe, thank you. And boy, oh shit, never mind. Woohoo, toasty.
Oh, so the next week I'll see you from the interneto.
Netta.
Thanks for checking out the show. We hope you dug it, baby. If so, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe and let us know down below. Support Tom and Joe by heading over to dwnproductions.net and fastcustomshirts.com. Until next time.